In today's video, it's just going to be a catch up and a get ready with me. Want to use the Bonfire palette from Glaminatrix, which I was meant to use last week because that's the palette that was voted for and I just didn't really get around to it. So we're going to do that today and a bunch of other new and old makeup together. But it's really not just going to be about the makeup, it's going to be a catch up as well. So grab a drink and a snack or put me on in the background if that's what you like to do for this kind of video, and let's get started. I'm going to be doing my same base routine that I pretty much always do, but I've done my brows to save a bit of time because I think that's so boring to watch on camera. So done that first. Never normally do that, so we'll see how that works out. But I'm going in with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. It's a skin tint, but it's good enough coverage for me, and it's great if you've got lines in your skin because it doesn't break up into like these bits here don't show quite so bad with it, so I'm a fan. But yeah, I thought it was time we had a little catch up. I wanted to do a Q&A and I did get 4 questions, all from the same person, so thank you so much for that. I've put those kind of on the back burner because I'd like to try and get a few more questions to make like a proper video, although one of the questions has sparked a video idea for me, like a whole video idea, so I might be doing that soon, but I'll leave that for now and I'll do it and you can see because it's something a bit different from my channel. I really would like to make this a bit more of a collaborative space, so if you've got a question for me for a Q&A, I'll leave a pinned comment, and if you can comment on that comment what question that you might have for me, because I did put up an Instagram post but they only last 24 hours there, so not everyone would have seen it maybe. So that might be the best way to get the questions in, or you might just not have any questions for me and that's fine too. But I always like hearing the opinions and thoughts of my fellow creators, and they're always nice videos to watch, I think, so I'd love to do one of those, and it's been a long time since I've done one. Yeah, I've been a bit inconsistent. Well, I put up 1 video I think, or 2 maybe last week. I intended to do 3, but I'm having my kitchen renovated and it's not as easy to film as I thought because I've got a 3-story house, so I'm upstairs in the box room at the top floor, but the noise honestly from this kitchen renovation, I put a video up last week and I almost didn't post it because the noise was just so bad, and I do use a microphone that's on a boom pole is up here, and I thought that would cut out all of the noise, but it definitely didn't, because normally it just picks up the sound in the room, but yeah, that didn't work. So not wanting to put up another video like that, I thought I'd better wait until I get a chance to film where there's nobody here. So I'm filming this at 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning because the decorator is doing the scratch coat on the walls because I've had to be replastered. We've had lots of plug points moved and whatnot. He's arriving at 8, so I've got an hour to get it done and then I can edit while he's here, but I thought I'd try and get that done today. And I wanted to do just a cozy kind of get ready with me type of thing because I wanted to just really do a makeup look like the sort of thing I would actually wear, because I do a lot of like creative kind of, well, creative for me, as creative as I get, but more colourful kind of makeup looks on my channel, and this is going to have some colour in it, but I wanted it to be more quote unquote wearable, you know, that I would be happy to go out in. I was going to film it last night. I went to a book club last night for the very first time, joined it on Facebook, didn't know a soul at all on there, it was just in my town, so saw that they were starting it up again for this new year and it was going to be in our local wine bar, and I thought, well, even if I don't like the people too much, I can have a glass of wine and that'll break the ice a bit, and if I don't like it I can leave and it'll be fine. But I had to read 2 books that I really had no interest in reading, I thought, and I read both of them, and they wouldn't be my choice if I was picking something to read for myself, but honestly, for different reasons, I got something out of reading both of them. They're Booker Prize winning books, so it was like, for me, a highbrow sort of topic, you know, and so I wasn't sure that I was going to enjoy them. But the worst bit was listening to everybody's opinions, honestly, because I just saw the book so differently to everybody else. I mean, most people hated one of the books and I actually quite enjoyed it, and just hearing people's like almost narrow-minded opinions was a bit strange, because I didn't want to speak up too much because I seem to be in the minority on a couple of the viewpoints on the book. So, but that, the people were really, really nice. Quite a few people my age, all women, which didn't surprise me because I think book clubs seem to attract more women than men for some strange reason, don't know why. But funnily enough, one of the ladies actually lives in my street about 5 houses up, and she's lived here for 15 months. I've never met her before. So yeah, it's strange, isn't it? All the people's lives are going on, you don't even know that they're there. I've just set my face, by the way, with the melt powder, which I can't remember the name of. She's Alive, mine is called, but it's not called this anymore. I've just ordered the pink version of that because I've got quite a few foundations that are like a bit too much of a orangey tone on me, and I believe that pink powder will calm them down and make them wearable. So, and I love the consistency of that powder, particularly with a powder puff to press it in. Just going in with Melt's Contour Stack, and that's the shade Light Medium, and it's what I've been using as my contour lately. My brows are just my Anastasia brow powder, but I have put a little bit of black eyeshadow in there as well, just to deepen that, because I'm quite liking my brows to stand out a bit more just lately. So yeah, so we went to that, or I went to that. My husband dropped me off so I could have a glass of wine, and I was there about 2 hours, but immediately I got there, I was like, I don't know anyone, so I was like, is everyone here for the book club? Everybody was like really lovely and welcoming, and one of the ladies said, come and sit with us, and I just sat on this table of 4 and we talked about the books for about half an hour, and then it was just a chit chat really. And sadly I can't make next month's because I'm on holiday, but I do intend to go again, and it will make me read books I think that I wouldn't consider, perhaps open my horizons a bit, because I do get stuck in a reading rut. I like mystery thriller kind of books, some romances, historical like dual timeline kind of books, and autobiographies, and that's what I'll always gravitate towards. But yeah, it's good to try something different, isn't it, sometimes. So for blush today, I'm really excited about this blush palette. I've used it on camera before as well, but it's by Unearthly. It's the Gothic Romance one, but they're incandescent blushes and they're quite glowy, and the colour selection is just unusual. And I'm going to use this orangey one today. I've got orange lights on in my background because I'm going to be doing something a little bit sunshiny because it's so miserable outside. I just thought it might cheer me up. So since I retired, it's just rained incessantly, like every single day has been grey, windy, rainy. I know it's not nearly as bad as it is in the States with all the snow, but it's just depressing, honestly. I normally get out and go for long walks, but who wants to go out when it's literally throwing it down with rain? Like if it rains, like when I'm out, I'm okay with that, but I don't want to actively go out and get soaking wet, so I just haven't really been going anywhere much. But I have had company because I've had people here obviously do it in the kitchen, so it's not been too isolating, it's been okay. Also, I've joined the gym again, which I've been a member of several gyms in my lifetime, but I haven't been going to the gym at all since the pandemic because I cancelled my membership because nobody could go, and then I just started doing my walking. I thought that's enough, that's all I need to do. But it isn't really, because they did a body assessment of me. Now I've always been the same size, and you know, I gain a little bit of weight around my tummy sometimes and then I lose it. You know, if I've been on cruises for instance, I'll always gain a bit of weight, but generally I stay the same. Going in with this Lord of the Rings Glamlite highlighter. I've never used it, I've had this a while. So I went for like the induction, and they stand you on this machine that measures your fat content and your muscles density, and yeah, it's shocking actually. I'm the correct weight for my height, but I'm considered type C obese because of the amount of weight that I carry on my stomach, which I'm only a 30 waist, so you know, all of the NHS guidelines for BMI and all of those things, I passed that all with flying colours. But it's how the body composition is made up, depends on how healthy you are, and some, you know, things that can go wrong in your health are all linked to obesity around your stomach. So that terrified me. And then my muscle density is really low as well because I've not done any weights for like 5 years. So I'm going to be going 3 times a week to the gym and just concentrating on swimming and weight training and no cardio really, because I do the cardio with my walking. and I'm already really enjoying it. The only thing I find with this gym, I'm going on a off-peak kind of situation, and I thought everybody would be my kind of age, so I can only go between 9 and 4:30. I thought everyone else would be at work, there'll be retired people, I'll meet people. They're all youngsters. I'm like, do youngsters not go to work anymore? Because they're all there. Maybe they work shifts, but I haven't really had anyone speak to me. It's one of those sort of, it's quite a corporate big gym, and I felt quite intimidated, honestly, when I first got there. But now I just kind of just get my workout done as soon as I possibly can and get out of there. And always come home and shower and change. I don't like using the changing rooms either. They were just full of people that had been to a class and they all knew one another. And I suppose if I went to that class, I'd know them as well. But I'm a bit of an introvert, and I find it hard to break into an established group like that. Whereas the book club, we were all new to it and all a little bit nervous. That was easier. Right, so I've primed the Sigma eyeshadow base in Persuade as I normally do. Now I want to do something sort of majorly cool toned over my eyes, but then I want to put this hot orangey sort of shade in my inner corner. So I was inspired by a video I saw Betty Jean do. I'll have to link that one so you can see, because it was one of her multiple looks, but practically all the looks had this pop of colour in the inner corner. I was like, I haven't done that for ages, and it looks so cool, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to start with the shade Ashes first of all and just take that inner to outer in my crease. So I think, because one of the questions I did have was, been retired a month or so now, how's it going? And I think it's going okay. It's not like how it will be when I'm, you know, under normal circumstances, because obviously we've got all of this work going on in the house. So I mean, the kitchen is non-existent at the moment. We have a floor and that is it, and so we can't cook meals. I want to get into baking and things like that, but we can't do that. We're just living out of the microwave, which is in the garage, and a little beer fridge to just put some milk in. And I'm just buying a microwave meal every day, which is not great for like my new hobby of getting healthier and fitter. It's very difficult to do that when you've got nowhere to prep anything. So it's not been how it's going to be, and I know that. So, but it is getting me through those winter months, because there are people here, and because a lot of people say to me, why would you want to retire in December when you're going into the horrible weather here and you're not going to see so many people? But I do like my own company and being like cosy in the house. I'm much of a homebody really, and so it doesn't bother me that much, but I do like to get out as well and get some fresh air and exercise. So, but I think as long as I've got a purpose for each day and I've not wasted the day, because that's a problem for me. I feel like I'm being lazy if I don't achieve something, and I think that's comes from always working for the last 41 years and having a schedule. I've said this before in videos, but it's hard to turn that off. And I can always see a job that needs doing if I'm in the house. I'm well aware that resting up is just as important as doing things, but I find it hard to do. Right, we're going to go in with the shade Smoke now in the outer corner. Just going to pack that with an Exact Blend E32 from Sigma and try and build that up in the outer corner. Not doing anything complicated at all, as I say, but I just want to do something that I might wear to book club next time. I didn't wear any makeup, actually. Mostly don't these days if I leave the house. And nobody there was wearing makeup either. It's funny, isn't it? There's less emphasis on wearing it, I think, these days. Or perhaps they were and it was like that clean girl makeup that you can't see, but they didn't look like they had any on. And I didn't want to go in with a full face of colourful makeup and stand out too much. Let's bring that up sort of smoky-ish into the outer corner here, and then I'll blend it a bit. Just placing it first, and I'm just turning the brush on its tip so I can connect that in the outer corner as well. And what I've used of Glaminatrix shadows so far, they're right up my street because they're pigmented and powdery, but not as powdery as, like, say, Melt shadows are. They're easier to control, but they are pigmented and powdery, which is a good thing in my eyes. But they blend really well, so I really like them. And this palette, by the way, it arrived with that shade Kindling all broken, and messaged the owner and said that I was really disappointed because it's the first palette I'd bought from them and it turned up broken. And it wasn't their fault because they'd put one of those shadow protectors on it. But instantly she said, I'll send you another palette. And I was like, oh, I don't want another palette, just send me the shade. But she said, oh, you've got the insurance, you know that you're you tick the box to say you want the insurance, you're entitled to have a whole new palette. So I've now got 2, so I thought I'll make a bit of a make your own palette with the other one, use some of those shades, break it up, and some shades from other older palettes, and try and do and make my own with the remaining. But I just thought, and it came super quickly, and their shipping is really reasonable to the UK as well, so I'm really impressed with the brand so far. But yeah, love how this is blending and looking. I love a cool tone. Just need to bring that perhaps a little bit more across, but I'm just using what's on the blending brush rather than adding any more. So other than that, that's all I've been getting up to in retirement. But you know, for a month where I've basically been on holiday for some of it and we're having the kitchen done, it's okay. I think I'm meeting up with a colleague from work on Saturday, because obviously people that are working, they're not going to be able to meet me in the daytime, and I don't really want to leave while I've got a house full of workmen that I don't know as well, so they don't come on a Saturday. So my husband's working, so I'm meeting with a friend. So that'll be nice to, because I feel like I've lost that connection to the people that I used to know. You know, they do check in occasionally, but you know, you've not got the same thing in common anymore, have you? But this particular person I'm meeting, we've been friends for a long time. We didn't work on the same team, so we've got lots of things to talk about outside of work, so that'll be nice. Right, I'm going to go in with Smolder, more towards like where I've put the deeper shade, and then the shade Cinder more towards the front, so just a blend of those two. Smolder's one of those blue-brown shades, and I love those. I've always loved those sort of shades. I remember there being one in the Manny MUA and Makeup Geek palette. Any of you remember that palette? I've still got it, and I love that shade. There was a shade in there very much like this, and it's the first time I'd come across anything that flipped like that. So these sort of shades have always had a place in my heart, really. Just flipping the brush over, and I'm going into that Cinder shade because it's just a wow, that's a lot more brighter than I expected. It's, yeah, quite a popping silver, really nice. They look really piecey in the pan, but they're smoothing out really nicely. What a good formula this is. Yeah, they're sparkly, but I don't think they're going to break up on me or show too much texture, which is good. Other than that, the only other thing I've been doing is trying to declutter my wardrobe of all of my workwear, because I know I'm never going to be wearing anything corporate ever again, so I need to make room for the things that I do want. And while I've been doing that, I keep getting distracted because I keep trying outfits on and working out what things would go with what things, and I've made lots of new outfits, but I've kind of looked at what gaps I've got as well for like just the boring basics, like, I don't know, a cashmere jumper or a pair of black like riding style boots, good quality base layers to go under things, that kind of thing. It's boring to me to buy some of those things, but they're the glue that holds outfits together, so I've been buying a few bits like that and decluttering older bits, because I've got a theory that I've got to at least declutter a couple of things before I bring anything in, but I'm terrible at decluttering. I'm a hoarder, so it's been painful. Just going to go back in with Smoke just to intensify in this outer corner a bit more now. I always feel like after I've added the shimmer I lose the depth a little bit, so just wanted to make sure we've still got a bit of depth in this outer corner. Oh, I love how cool tones look on me. I always used to think I was a warm tone person, but I don't know. I need to have my colours done. That's one thing I could do. Doing a lot of the fashion videos I've been watching talk about having your colours done, and I have no idea what colour kind of I'd be, autumn, winter, whatever, spring. No idea. Right, I want to use Inferno in my inner corner, and then on my lower lash line I'm going to put that shade Blaze, which is a multi-chrome. It kind of shifts to like a, yeah, I don't know, really brownish greenish shade, so I think that'd be nice on the lower lash line. I would be absolutely rubbish like reviewing palettes to discuss the actual shade names of these things, because, well, you know, not the shade names, sorry, the colours, like describe the colours, because yeah, I'm not very good at that. I've not put any eyeshadow at all this year. Oh, I tell a lie, I did buy the Colourpop palettes, all three of the Twilight ones. I hadn't bought the other two, and then when the third one came out and I saw they got them as a bundle together and the shipping was free to the UK if I bought all of them, and I found a code to get some money off, I was like, yeah, I need to have those in my collection, because if you know me at all, you'll know I like collecting anything that's got a film or TV kind of tie into it. Love that pop of orange in the corner. And then I'm just going to go with that Blaze shade, as I say, just on the lower lash line. I think that one will adhere quite well because it doesn't feel like it's flaky or anything. Yeah, that just gives a little pop there. Oh, I like that. That'd be lovely all over the lid, actually. I like how this palette can lean warm or cool, or mix the two. I'm going to keep the waterline quite simple. I'm going to go in with a slick pencil from Melt. This one is Caramel. These are all really good. I think I need to sharpen this one though. Yeah, it just about works without me needing to sharpen it. But I love how easy these are to apply and that they stay put really well. Okay, for mascara today, going in with my Fenty Beauty Hella Thick. I tend to stick with the same mascara until it's gone, so I'm not opening up loads of them and wasting them. All the mascaras I've got, I've received in like advent calendars and those like beauty edits that Cult Beauty do, that kind of a thing. I don't actively go and buy a mascara generally, I just get them that way. So it does get me to try out a bunch of different ones. So I think I've got 5 or 6 different ones waiting in the wings. That will do me for this year. Got a Charlotte Tilbury, an Hourglass, an Estee Lauder one, a Clinique one. That's the ones I can remember. So yeah, definitely got plenty of those to keep me going that I'll be testing out this year. The one from Hourglass I'm excited for because it's in the shade Espresso, so it's a brown mascara, which I often think looks really pretty depending on the look that you're doing. I want to do a full face of Hourglass, although I haven't got any of their eyeshadows, but full face of everything else. I'll probably do an eyeshadow look with one of the face palettes actually, but I've got everything else, and I love Hourglass products, honestly. I know they're pricey, but there's no better powders for like melting on your cheeks and just that look natural and glowy. You can't really see where the powder ends and begins, you know, they're just seamless on the skin. So if you can pick up those palettes that they do with all of the face products, you know, they bring out at Christmas time, if you can bring those into your collection in sale time, they're a bargain, honestly, because I've seen ones now for about 50 or 60 pounds, but you're getting 6 products that are really excellent. That mascara's really good. The only trouble I'm having with it is I'm used to a tubing mascara that's easy to remove, and I've still got mascara kind of smudges under my eyes for like 3 days afterwards, even though I like treble cleanse and use wipes and all sorts. This just does not come off, and it just keeps smudging on the lower lash line all the days I don't wear makeup. For lips, I've got the Foggy lip liner pencil from Unearthly. I bought their lipstick set, like the cute one, I can't remember what the full name of it is, but you got 4 of their lipsticks together. I love their lipsticks so much, so I thought they're all up there. I don't know if you can see them on my top shelf there, but I've got them all building up there, and I just love them. So whenever I order anything that's less than the Glisten free shipping limit, I'll add one of these pencils in, and then it gives you the free shipping, and you can use the code, like the 25% off code as well. It ends up being really cheap. So I got this pencil and 4 of the lipsticks delivered for £40, which is way cheaper than getting them from Unearthly. So yeah, I love their lipsticks, love their lip pencils. This is about as neutral a colour as I go for. Yeah, that's a really nice shade. And then for lips, this might be a bit warm tone, but I wanted to use this Fantasy Cosmetica Lost Library lipstick. It's a shade Buried. That was free with purchase. It just came with one of the palettes I ordered. Not used it before, so I thought we'd give that a go today. Oh, it's very warm tone, but I think the contrast is good. That's a beautiful shade. It's quite emollient slippy sort of formula, so I prefer Melt or Unearthly for that because they'll stay put longer, but that's such a beautiful shade though. So that's the finished look, and I'm really happy with it because it's dramatic but it's still got some neutral elements to it. And yeah, I love this inner corner pop of colour, which is nothing new. I just haven't used that technique for quite a long time, and I'm getting a bit more into a matte inner corner. And for me, honestly, I don't feel like I need an inner corner in every look. I don't always do that at all, but yeah, really like how this one's turned out. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. For me personally, these sort of videos are providing an escape, and I hope that's what my channel's doing. So I'm not going to comment on anything that's going on in the world other than to say I see it and I'm appalled by everything that I'm seeing. But I want my channel to be a place of happiness and escape and creativity, and yeah, just somewhere where you can have a calm respite from all the horrors in the world. So I hope you're enjoying that approach and hanging out with me. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you would join me. I'm really hoping to get to 2,500 subscribers. I know it's not a big number by any means, but I've been stuck about 20 subscribers short of that for a year, and I know I haven't uploaded. But if you've enjoyed this content and you think other people might do, please share it and let them know about me. And you know, it would be nice and encouraging to sort of get that little milestone, because I do want to upload more content, and yeah, I want to grow my channel a little bit, but on my terms, you know, just doing the things that I love to do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully get another video filmed later in the week. We just have to see how it goes. The fitters for the kitchen arrive on Wednesday, and they're going to be a team of people, so it's likely to be really noisy. So I might have to do a really early filming session like I've done today, perhaps on Thursday. So hopefully I'll get that done. And I want to film with the Unearthly Gothic Romance collection because I love the blush so much, and I'm sure I'm going to like the palette. So yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye guys.